warned you, didn't I? It is Tuesday. It is time for the art/learning/ today. It's all together. It's going to be Leelaversity plus art therapy because we're going to learn how to do an art thing. And it's called Zines. Good vibes. So for to tell you what a zine is, it's basically a small pamphlet. I kind of made this one here. Whoops. The ones we're looking at today are 1-page ones. You just fold a page and then you cut it right here at these two so that you can make it bubble out. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. See? Like that. And then, boom. It creates a little booklet. But at the same time, you can still put it out, stretch it out, and copy it. And then there's like libraries and bookshops and art stores and coffee shops all have oftentimes, especially if they're alt, they'll have a zine table, and you can take and put your own information on one of these and make it. So the reason that this is relevant right now is because I went to a zine-making workshop for Indivisible last week, and it was really fun. We made little zines, and the things that we're talking about doing are, you might do one that like these are your constitutional rights, or these are ways, these are people that are being boycotted right now, but things like that. But or different ways that you can keep yourself happy, different ways that you can connect with other people, maybe different ways that you can get involved with a cause that you're interested in. Those are all the activist reasons. But when we were thinking and sitting around the table, we were talking about some really cool stuff. Like, for example, a bunch of us there were artists and musicians. And I thought, wouldn't it be amazing to take a group of people that you are cool with and make a zine about them? And I think that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a relevant zine that you could leave around in like your neighborhoods or the nearby neighborhoods where all the arty people are, and make a cool thing, like show off your group, like take some other artists and ask them if they want to be part of it. You could do all local artists, you could do all electronic artists, you could do all indie artists, you could do all protest artists, any kind of way that you want to do it that way. Oh my gosh, the kitty is just stuffing her face. Anyway, I'm going to quickly say hello. I don't see Thomas here today. I'm just, oh no, what would you do without Thomas? Thomas is amazing. I'm going to quickly say hello to the people in the front row, which is Doug Kidder, here for the free spanking. Shh, only free with purchase. Gary Hubbs, hi, you're here too. Well, that's everybody in the front row. So, yeah, where's Teese? I don't know. Anyway, I guess I will tell you all by myself. Why don't you, if you have not already done so, just use your little phone and scan that QR code right there. And that gives you things like how to connect to me on Instagram and Facebook, I think, and on my SoundCloud and Bandcamp and whatever, right? So, yeah, I don't know what's up with it. It could easily be a time thing, because he has a show on Tuesdays too. So he may be frantically getting ready for his show. I do not know. Oh, dentist. Oh, yeah, we were lost without you, Teese. So nice to see you. Yay, Thomas is back. So look at this, guys. This is how far behind I am today. I am still making my coffee. I'm doing my pour over, right? See? I've got the cream in. I've got my Seahawks cup, and it's probably going to be awfully strong. Anyway, so let's go over quickly before I jump into the computer, into my iPad view. Let me show you. The pie is on fire over here with wanting to eat stuff. Fortunately, these are the pounceables. These are the health food ones. So I'm going to let her have one more, and then she'll probably be full. Sweet. As you can see, my patron members, they're coursing underneath me as we speak. Anyway, here is a zine. This is an empty blank zine. I'm making a bunch of these at home in my, in my home studio, which is right now just a small spot on my living room floor with a few bins around it. But anyway, so one, here you go. A piece of paper, and you fold it over this way, and then you unfold it, and then you fold it this way, this way, this way. You crease all your folds real nice, right? And then when you fold it over, you have to cut right here in between these two bits. And when you fold it, it comes out like that, and it gives you books. Like it's kind of like a table tent or something, and it gives you a little 8-page booklet, right? So like today, like I said, I think we're going to do some music projects. And I've been making these physically, but then I looked and I go, oh my God, you can make these digitally too. So woohoo! Let's throw that, because we're not using that. Let's get into the machine. Let's get into the machines already. The Matrix has you. All right, here we are in the corner. Here's my thing. Okay, let's do a teensy bit of research before we go whole hog into how we do this, because I've already showed you a bit. I mean, you could literally already just leave and go make that, or just sit. I suggest sitting and listening to me yammer while you work on your zine. Oh, kitty. You've already got those. Hey, bro who works in print, definitely. See? Gary knows what I'm talking about. All right. I am going to let's do a quick simple search. We will be reasons to make a zine. Whoops. Anyway, there's tons and tons of interesting, awesome things in here. So reasons to make a zine include personal expression, building community, sharing niche interests or political viewpoints in a tangible, low-budget format. So you could leave these somewhere and then person could read them. They allow for creative experimentation, act as a way to make art more physical and shareable, and can serve as a cathartic or educational tool for specific topics or lived experiences. You can use it as a journal, a diary. There's no publishers. There's no editors. There is simply exactly. So Thomas says, I remember you had to make stuff like zines on Xerox machines and put together that way. Thank goodness for modern tech. But see, the thing is that what we're doing is actually kind of blending those two approaches, because you can make your zine, you can make your full 8.5 by 11 page, or it can be any size page really, as long as it folds up, as long as you can fold it into an 8-page booklet, you're good to go, right? So that you can make it all in one file, and then you can print out one or print out a bunch of them and copy them again on Xerox machines, because that's exactly what we were doing. We were collaging them in person. So there's a few small rules. So let's quickly look up things when to copy. Let's see how to plan a colored artwork that will be copied in black and white. This is just a few small, we just want to have a couple guidelines, and then we're going to spend the whole rest of the time working on it. Woohoo! I've noticed, these AI overviews are usually quite terrible if you're looking at factual information, especially scientific information. But when it comes to like arts and music and stuff like that, a lot of times it's highly accurate because it's stuff that's been around since before there were computers and things. See, convert color to black and white. To plan colored artwork for black and white reproduction, use colors that have distinct values rather than just different hues, as value is what is preserved in grayscale. Design with strong contrast and clear shapes, and consider using patterns or line weights to differentiate elements that might otherwise blend together. So here's our little design principles and execution tips. And then we're going to go and we're going to actually, you can use like Canva, you can use Procreate, you can use Superimpose X. I think we're going to use Canva because it's available for people to use for free. And a lot of people said that they work, when I was looking, people said that they could make them in Canva, that they had on their free plan. All right, so emphasize value over hue. Choose colors that are noticeably different in lightness or darkness. A light yellow will separate well from a dark blue, but two colors that are similar in value, like a dark red and a dark blue, may appear as the same shade of gray. Create clear contrast. Use a high contrast palette so that elements are easily distinguishable in black and white. This also helps in digitally converting the image as the separation between colors is stronger. And the thing is that what we can actually do, what you can do when you're working on a computer, is you can black and white the whole thing, and then you'll know what it looks like. Think in terms of shapes and lines. Instead of relying on color, build the artwork with defined shapes and line work. Make sure lines are clear and not too soft, as they will be crucial for the black and white version. Plan for digital conversion. If you're creating the artwork digitally, consider making a separate black and white version of the piece as you go. This allows you to check how the color choices translate to grayscale and make adjustments on the fly. We're definitely going to do that. Okay, so use non-destructive editing. When converting digitally, use adjustment layers for grayscale conversions. Hey, Easy Herbs! Like a black and white adjustment layer in Photoshop, so you can go back and make changes to how each color is represented in the black and white version. Ooh, I did not know. Adjustment layers. That's an interesting thought. We'll see if we have those. So adding texture and patterns, like using hatching, stippling, and other patterns to add texture to areas that might otherwise be a solid block of gray. This adds visual interest and can help separate elements, say Reddit users. And I think, strangely enough, Reddit is not always a good place to get information. But when it comes to stuff like this, it actually kind of is. Simulate the final output while creating. Periodically convert your work to grayscale to see how it will look in black and white. This helps you identify areas where colors might be too similar and need adjustment. You can also use black acrylic paint to coat the canvas front and sides to make a black painting surface as well. So a black surface with white. Very cool. I think it's time to get to work. Let's skip out of here and let's go straight into Canva, because I've heard Canva may actually have Reddit is a great place to have an argument. No doubt. How about Quora? Quora is a really great place to have an argument. I don't know. I think my kitty's allergic to something. She's got a lot of little spots where she looks like she's been allerging. She's an itchy kid. All right, let's go. Zines. zine. Your trip zine. Oh, let's go one page zine. There you go. Oh yeah, I remember. I know, right? It's called, oh man, I wrote this down the other day too. Oh, here we go. There we go. Me on the Map fanzine worksheet in monochromatic simple style. It's like a language arts thing. And now here's more like this, meet my family. All we really need though is anything that goes into 8. Ooh, I like this. This one's good because it just minimalist weekly block schedule planner. Customize this template. See? Look at this, says Thursday. So first thing we'll do is just delete all of this. And you can actually, so we could just add the pages so we know. Thursday. Let's take this color. We'll get rid of that. Maybe we'll get rid of that too. Yeah, there we go. So the cool thing is you can actually have 2 separate files. You could be you could just take each one as the size of your zine page, and you could make a bunch of those, or you can make them all on one page like this. So we've got our little lines, and those are useful, so we'll keep them for now. Let's look in backgrounds, and we'll search backgrounds, and we're gonna I want to do music, so we'll go music high contrast. Here we go. There we go. There's some high contrast. Ooh, I like this. Oh, look at that. The sheets of paper. The Leela Gazette. Okay, now I'm going to need, I shouldn't have thrown my game here, because I need to use it to kind of remove the numbers later, but I'm back. All right, here we go. So this one's 4. Where's text? We're going to add text. Text. There we go. We're just going to add just tiny text boxes. And I'm just going to put a 4. I know you're like, why 4? But it's because you have to move it. So here's 4. And I'm just going to make a few of them. This one is 5. And we're just going to move these. The Pie Times, the Chill Street Journal. You guys are so cute. I love it. But I don't have that much going on right now. And I think it would be fun to do this. This is something I actually want to do. So, 7. And then the top ones is 3, 2, 1, 8. So here, this is, let's go 3. And remember, this is upside down. So we'll just turn it upside down, maybe. Can we? I'll just put it at the bottom so you know. Now, this one is 2. And this one, because it kind of helps. Yes, pagination is critical. Gary Hubbs would know. Remember, you guys, Gary is a printing guy. So if you want to know things about things, you could ask Gary. I mean, he may tell you to go fuck off, but whatevs, right? You can't win if you don't play. All right, now I've got 1 upside down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's already quickly, let's turn it to black and white. Can we? How do you turn things to black and white here? Oh, I know. Edit. We edit the picture. I don't know about an adjustment layer in here. It doesn't look like we have that. If we do, someone tell me. But see, I'm not working for somebody who knows everything that they're doing. I'm working with people who may not know anything. Let's get into there's monochrome. Here's classic monochrome. Oh, that looks really nice. That's going to look really good. I'm just going to leave it. Let's leave it. I think we should just keep working in black and white here. So let's see. What are we going to type this? Choose your own adventure zine. Absolutely. Let's use one of these text styles. Like one of these ones that has, I like quick win. Okay, so you got to make sure that it fits. Instead of quick win, I'm going to put indie music. We're probably going to need a smaller font there. Let's look at the same kind of fonts. So we want these display fonts. Ooh, Futura display. That already looks good. Tarantino times. Yeah, right? So indie. So let's ungroup it. And let's turn this a shade of gray. Let's turn this into a shade of gray. That might be a little pale. Ooh, that looks good. Different values, remember? Don't send reader spreads to your currently glazed. All right, now we put them back. Let's oops. Now here we go. I'm gonna use my mouse so you can see what my cursor's doing. It's because I'm just using my fingers. So copy, paste, select multiple. Then you just tap this other one. And look, there's 2 of them together. And then, whoops, I guess I didn't select multiple. There we go. Now I group them. And now we turn them all the way upside down. And see, we have to make it fit. There we go. So now we have indie music. So inside cover now. the idea that a whiter shade of pale. So we've got indie music. Next, I'm thinking we put like a box, like an element of a box. Shapes. Let's go with a shape. And let's see. I want to let's put myself first. Why not, right? We'll just use one of these polygons, a rounded square. Why not Antigua? And of course, we're going to have to change this to a pale color. Ooh, that looks nice. Make this 2 smaller. Just throw that in the bottom. I love guitars that look like months-old hard-boiled eggs. What are you guys? What are you even talking about? Let's search for QR codes. I'm gonna use my. Holy crap, guys! My coffee's ready, and I'm not doing anything with it. Antigua. Antigua is an island in the Caribbean. I know they're one of the. They're where the Eastern Caribbean courts are. All right, QR codes. Now you could do this all for you. QR code frame would look nice. Add a URL and we'll create a frame. Ooh, I like this. There we go. If you did this, wee. Do 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 do. Then you probably would, if you were going to use this, you wouldn't want that. The coffee tragedy. Yes, don't let the Seattle police know. I think whoa, that one looks cool. But here we go. There we go. See, now you see that it's in the center. And I'm going to move, because this is up to, let's move it up to the top. And then, of course, we're going to try to pop our QR code in. All right, let's put in my URL. Let's put my link tree. linktr.ee/the reality. Let's go, generate code. Look, there's my code. Is there not a page view? I don't know. I'm sure. Let's see, where's our page view? No, because it's at full pages. You know what I mean? Wow, that's fun. Yeah, see, the problem is that they're not actual pages. We want to turn this upside down. and put it in here. You have to just, I'm going to use my pencil. Yeah, this is probably why it's a better idea to simply, oops. It's a better idea to make each page by itself. And this is why. There we go. Now see how that's right there. It's centered. And then you could make your, it's still not centered top to bottom though. There we go. Whoops. There it is. Centered top to bottom. Oh, I see why you can't do that because, oh my God. Because there's this little thing underneath it. That was probably the wrong QR code bracket to use. Let's get rid of that one. There we go. See? You can just leave the regular thing in here. And now you can, there we go. Now we generate, let's go back and generate another text thing. And we can go the Leelaverse. I think this mood board one looks good. So first we ungroup. Now we type in Leelaverse. There we go. And then the. Whoa. So here we're just working on our, ooh, I like that. That looks nice. We might want to make this font a little smaller. Ah. Sometimes it can be a pain. Let's make that one a little smaller too. There we go. Now, select multiple and select this other one. There we go. That's 2. Now we tap group. Woohoo. We got to change the color of Leelaverse because we need a gray. There's a nice dark gray. Let's see if we can figure out. Let's take a quick look. Can you work upside down in Canva? See, you guys, I don't know anything. Do you have any Grey Poupon? Yeah, it's flipping and rotating, but it doesn't. How do you rotate your work? Yeah, see, it's just rotating images. How do I rotate my canvas? Rotate view. Oh, that's in Photoshop and Illustrator. Yeah, you can't change. It's basically, it's not easy to use this way. Oops, Canva. And we could, let's go back to home for a second and search for a single page in folded zine. Yes. I could design all 8 pages. That's what I'm talking about separately, right? Do, 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 do. I mean, Affinity Publisher would be perfect for this, and it's free right now for iPad. Absolutely. Affinity Publisher, I should be working with it. Maybe we will work with that later. Hey, Jenny Jolove and Heathen Granny, welcome. Zine page. Let's look. Hey, Emperism, you're here too. Do, 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 do. Templates. There we go. Search me. Zine page. We'll find one. Yeah, it looks like these actually work. These are the pages. Ooh, kind of like this. This will be fun. See, that says 5 by 8 by 8 by 3. So that's actually wrong. I mean, I could just use, we could just use the pages, and then when I dump the pages out, I can scale them. I think that'll be our best bet. So let's use this one. Let's see. So I've already done a Leelaverse one. Let's do another one. Let's get rid of a bunch of this stuff. I like all the letters. That's fun. But I don't need to do that. Woo do do do. We're going with it. We're not but I like this. See this is something we can definitely use. So here's our grid. You could definitely put a QR code in here. Let's go back to elements. Let's go QR code generator. There we go. Now we'll enter the URL. Let's see. Who else would I like to add? I would like to add. Let's add Thomas Christ. Thomas, let's see. HTTP thomaschrist.net. Is that what it is? Is that what it is, Thomas? I don't even know what I'm doing. Yes, it is. Homie, netto. Let's generate that code. There we go. Now, it looks like this is a frame. Let's get rid of this frame then. If it's not going to work. Get rid of. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. I just took it off. Then I could do some. Yes, indeed. QR code frame. Ooh, I like scan me. Ooh, I like that. That works. So let's paste those things together. Woohoo! 2 elements selected, done. Now it should group them. Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, done. Why doesn't it say group? Well, we've at least got them both. It looks like they are grouped. We can remove all this stuff underneath. La la la. We can just replace the background. Let's go back to elements and photos, browse categories, photos, search elements, music. Do, 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 do. I like this. Woohoo. Let's try to make that the background. Can you? Yes. Ooh, that looks nice. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And then, oh, it looks like it looks like the people are holding up. Bye-bye now, right? And now I can, let's go back to text. And later on, because obviously these take too long to do all in one day. So what we'll do is I'll post the QR code is crowd surfing. Exactly. Let's go back to text. Now let's find some nice looking, let's add a text box this time. Woohoo. Try to move that. There we go. It's easier to move when it's big. There we go. And we write Thomas Christ in here. And then we look for a new font. And headings, bold, vintage, retro, minimal, brush. Let's use fun. Tan meringue. I kind of like this. I like this hitch cut. There we go. For Thomas Christ. Now what we would do is we'll take this page and share and be like save as image. It's probably doing all of them. I probably should have just chose one. Wingdings, right? Seriously, I'm just brushing the surface here because obviously, one, I'm trying to tell you what to do. All right. So now, if all I have to do is go back, let's go back to our previous one. Home. Where's my projects? There it is. Weekly block schedule. Now, let's go into our camera roll, and here's all those things. We can get rid of most of them later, but let's pick this Thomas Christ. Scan me. Now, look at that. Woohoo! There's page 3, already ready. Wasn't that a lot easier? There we go. See, they're similar. There we go. They start at the same spot. Nice. So we've got Thomas. Let's see. Ooh, it's 12 minutes till. Let me think. Okay. Well, first let's go back out to our photos and delete all of these today, right? I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete that. But the Thomas Christ one looks great, right? It almost makes me want to delete mine and go over. Hey, Dean, what's up? How you doing today? It's really fun, though. Look at all these very cool. It's like you can just get in there and you can start playing, right? And of course, I don't have to go back and you don't. If you're working alone and you're not trying to teach other people how you're doing it, of course, you can make each one and then add them. But yeah, this one's so unspecial. It makes me like want to go back and change it. And I probably will, right? For all we know, this isn't even big enough, right? The scan thing might not be large enough. You have to actually have it be big enough to scan. So a lot of time, you're definitely, here's some ideas here. We'll talk about these quickly before we go. So you're going to want to print one out and double check if you can scan with your phone, if you're using QR codes. If you're not using QR codes, that's not important. So basically, we're just adding different ways to mess around, play, have fun, do our thing. You could actually print this as a photo and rejig it. But all of this is simply a canvas for your ideas. I'm not telling you what to put in your zine. I'm just telling you how to make your zine. All right. So let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more. And then there's a back cover. I probably won't put one on the back cover. So there'll be 6 artists. I might want to pick like 4 more artists. Probably like maybe Jade and Russ, people I know who have a good catalog, who have a decent amount of music, who have stuff, people who have band camps, and then I'll probably put my own Height Club on there or something, although Height Club goes with the Leelaverse. So you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, my friends. Is Valerie here? What? And Smith? No. Oh, I could put Valerie and Smith on there. Yeah. You could absolutely. Or you could put people who have music that's kind of like yours. Basically, the sky's the limit. You can do your thing. I'm just going to share this whole thing, download as a PNG. We'll do that. And it's downloaded. You don't have to do all this. Let's go into photos. We'll look at what it looks like. And that way we can kind of turn it upside down too. So here, let's just turn it upside down for fun. We'll use crop so that the way you turn your stuff upside down, I'm sure you mostly know that. Yeah, I know. I was like, hang on a second. So you get into crop and then you can come up here in the corner and then one of them flips your stuff horizontally and vertically. And this one turns it. So if you just wanted to look at how it was going, put it back. And then you can just cancel if you don't want to leave it that way. Perfect. And then and you don't actually, so you could actually remove all of the grid lines so that they don't show up on your final, because what you're going to do is, let me just show you with my mouse. So you cut from here along this line to here. Cut in your center so that you can, and I'm going to show you again, because you fold and a book. Isn't that awesome? And like I said, once you have it all set up, you just take it and you just photocopy this over and over again. And then you could have hundreds of these little books and you could place them everywhere. Sweet. What is this contraption? This is a piece of watercolor paper, actually. It's my watercolor paper zine. All right. I think because there's nothing else I can do in the 6 minutes before Jade's show. So that's actually while we're here, we'll just double check and make sure that we are ready to move along to Jade's, because I don't want you guys to have to click anything yourself. I'd like for you to be able to just keep your hands inside the ride. So let's do that. Oh my God, I put the stupid leaderboard on again. That means I have not set a redirect. So what's up with Jade what's up with Jade today? Whoa. Here we go. Woodpecker by Woodman's. Is that it? Nope. I need to make this page smaller so I can see the chat. After this, you have to get back to printing. Ms. Hoover, I lost my hands already. You guys are silly. All right. What is up with Jade? Jade. Where are you going, Jade? Thomas should probably know. Echo, Delay, and Reverb by Yannick. Next. Yes. And now you are set. You are all ready to go. So let's go sit. Let's say bye to you with my face super quick. Right on. All right. I think hopefully you got something out of this. You'll be interested. You can make your own little zine. There's so many things you can do with zines. So I've set a dump for you guys. You can just keep your hands inside the ride, and we will be moving you automagically over to Jade's place. And I'll be back tomorrow with my live performance show, Fur and Frets, and then Friday with the end of the Friday train and Midnight Chill. All right, friends, I will see you on over at Jade's. Big love, everybody, and all the peace that you can carry.